Okay, this is practice number 6. Again, this is showing how to design this in IronCAD. This is just one example way, but just showing you a little bit of difference the way we build it with drag and drop. But anyways, key things, it's in millimeters here, and we got a 1020 kilogram per meters cubed density that we need to use. Okay, so this is a model, fairly simple to do. A couple blocks in our case, some cylinders, and then a couple sketches that we had to modify for the angle and for this bottom. So we'll go ahead and show you how to build this in IronCAD. So let's go ahead and get started. Let me move this over to another screen so I can have this open. There we go. Okay, so again, first thing, we're gonna go ahead and change our units here. We'll set this to millimeters and degrees doesn't matter. We're gonna set that to grams, hit okay. And we're gonna start off with the base, which is this block shape. Again, this is set out to be 155 total length, and the width of this is 60, so we'll just set in 60. And the height of this is 9. So I type 9 to get that. So that's our base shape here. In my case, I'm going to go ahead and build this back in vertical piece here. So I'll just drag and drop that onto the center point here, use my right click and shift to snap, and then drag it back to snap. And then we can set the width and the height value. So the width of this is 20, so we'll set that at 20. And the top of this is actually 55 from the bottom point. So we'll go ahead and hit a right click, edit distance from point, select our bottom point. In this case, it's 55 to get that exact distance. It's a really handy feature there that we added to support that. Next, I'll go ahead and put these cylinders since it's on the center line of this model. We'll go ahead and add these here. So we'll add the first one, which is a 34, and it's going to be a 6 depth for the counterbore. And then we're to add the other hole. We can use a custom hole to build this, but it's not any thread, so just go ahead and put this on here like this. And this one is 26. I don't need to worry about the depth on that. So that's our counterbore there. And next, we'll go ahead and we need to build this angle shape here. And I don't want to drop it onto this face here, because if I do that, my sketch is on the bottom. So we're going to rotate this around here, and I'm going to drop it onto this face in this direction so that I can get my face in the right orientation. So I'll drop it here, and in this case, we'll just snap it to the side here, snap our bottom, but I guess we snap it to here, and we'll snap the top up to here. So that gives us our base of the shape. And we know this is supposed to be a value of 7 on the thickness, and it's extruding in the wrong direction. So we can simply right click and flip that extrusion. And now we kind of got the basis for that shape. So now what we want to do is just edit this cross section here. We're going to edit that. And in this case, we don't need this curve. We're just going to move this down because we have a straight angle down to the bottom point to build that. So we could have put a rib shape in there to build that as well. That would have been another way to build it, just drop a rib shape, hold the handles, already been done. Just showing you how to do it with cross section as well. Now that we have this, we need to offset this value here of a distance of 15 inside of there. So we're just going to, let's put a subtraction of 15 in there. So that will give us our offset. And then we need to build that shape inside of there. So the easy way to do this is actually just go to that face, pull that handle, and actually we'll build you a new feature and cross section automatically, which gives us the ability to basically offset this at a unit of -10 deep. So we'll just drop it down. So very easy to build that shape for us. So multiple ways to do it, but that's one way I like to do that in there. The next one is we need to build our holes here on the bottom. So I'm just going to drag and drop a hole here. And that has got a diameter of, let's see, that one is 30 inside of there. And we're going to set some locations for this. So it is actually, it doesn't really matter for the density calculation on this, but we can set the distance from here at a distance from point. In this case, it's going to be 20. And from this as well, we can do the same thing at a distance from point here. And that is going to be a distance of 40. And we need a linked copy of this. So let's go ahead and create a copy, or link in this case, of 1, and it's a value of 60 from there. So we've got our through hole, but this is actually going to be our counterbore that we're going to build here. So this actually, if you look at the drawing, it's got a depth of 5 inches from this top face, which is nice because we have our handles. We can just come in here, select our value, move it over to the end by hitting the arrow key, hit -5. That gives our depth inside of there. So then we can simply just drag and drop our through hole on this, which in this case is going to be a 20. And we just drop it on another one. We can make a copy if we like, but we're just going to make another one 20 to build that. So that gives us our basic shape for this. Next, we need to build this bottom face here. Again, we want to drop a feature onto this so that we can edit this cross section. So make sure you're looking in the right direction, and we'll just drop it there. And we can just snap this down to this face here, right click and drag to snap those to the ends. Then we can just pull these handles to snap to the opposite side and just not there. So we've got that shape here, but in this case, we're going to go ahead and add that cross section. In this case, it's basically an arc here that we want to draw. So we'll draw a 3-point arc. We'll select our point, select our point there, and I'm going to set the radius of this guy by right-clicking, and we're going to set the radius as 560 just to set that there. And then we can just right box select all these, and we've got that, and that's our bottom profile, and hit finish. So now you can see that shape is added there, but notice our holes, of course, since we added them earlier, we just need to select one of these since they're linked, right click, say apply last. It's now at the bottom of the feature tree and gives us our cuts for us, which is really handy. And last, we need to add this blend here, which is at a value of 16 on the radius. And we've got our shape. So that's basically our overall shape here that we need to build with all our cutouts. That's the same height there for that, the thickness in the hole. So that's basically our shape. And then again, we need to get the properties here set up. So if you go to part property, you can type it in there. We need to set the material. In this case, it is 1020 inside of there. And we should have a mass of 172.44. So that's it. That's very easy to build in IronCAD. Just another way to build this. So again, you don't have to start with sketches to build all this. You can do it with features, which makes it nice and easy to understand because you're basically building as the drawing. So hopefully you guys enjoy how this one was built.